Welcome to the Talkin Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. I told you guys transfer portal season is here and business is about to pick up, but I didn't know what direction this would go. Tennessee could be on portal watch today. We may be seeing players hit the portal. We may be losing some talent, but we also want to look at where could Tennessee look to improve. And going into the 2023 season, going into this offseason, going into spring, we knew Tennessee had to find some way. How do you replace Darnell Wright at the right tackle position? How do you replace Jerome Carvin at the left guard position? In Tennessee, they showed that concern. They showed they had a need there. They went out and they got John Campbell via the transfer portal. They got Larry Johnson III, a JUCO transfer. They also added Andres Carrick at left guard via the transfer portal from Texas. Now, didn't really hear a whole lot of buzz around those guys throughout spring camp. I was waiting to see, okay, those guys are taking over. All we really hear is they're playing guys on both sides of the ball, moving guys around, seeing what they can do, seeing what fits. But it sounds like Tennessee still has a need on the offensive line. So I want to talk about this. Just popped up on Twitter. Emmanuel Pregnon. He is an offensive lineman from Wyoming. Now, coming out of high school, this kid was a no-name. This kid was a two-star prospect on rivals.com, ESPN, 247. On 3 did not even grade Emmanuel Pregnon coming out of high school. But he says here on Twitter, after a great talk with Glenn Ellerby, I'm blessed to say I received an offer from the University of Tennessee. So there's still a need. We're looking to add an offensive lineman. Tennessee has sent the scholarship offer to Emmanuel Pregnon. Now, you guys may be asking, okay, 2-star U now? We're going backwards, 2-star U. This is a kid that's got a lot of buzz since he entered the portal just a couple of days ago. He's already received offers from Arizona, Arizona State, Auburn, Colorado, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Minnesota, Ole Miss, Oregon, Penn State, Purdue, UCLA, Washington State. He's 6'6", 318 pounds, and he's got 3 years of eligibility. We're going to get into it and talk about it, but as always, do me a favor, smash that thumbs up just below the video. It's quick, free, easy. It does help the channel. Also, if you're new to the Talkin Vols Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. I'm going to be live tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to be playing some NCAA 2013, but we're also going to talk about the orange and white game. We'll talk about the quarterback competition, all the fun stuff that's coming out of that spring game. And keep in mind the notifications. You only get 3 notifications per day on Twitter or on YouTube if business does pick up. If Tennessee has players going into the portal, I will be covering that and staying dialed into that. So make sure you guys keep up with what's going on right here on the Talkin Vols Network. But let's go ahead and jump into this. Get a better idea of who Emmanuel Pregnon is. I have no idea if that's how you pronounce his name. Never heard of this kid until today when Tennessee gave him the scholarship offer. But I saw this article from on3.com. Why Wyoming lineman Emmanuel Pregnon has become a early hot commodity in spring transfer portal window. Let's take a look at this. It says through 2 years at Wyoming, he didn't even play a snap, let alone start. Now, just months removed from his first season as a starting right guard for the Cowboys, the former no-star recruit could become the latest smaller school offensive lineman to land at a big-time program via the transfer portal. So similar to what happened during the winter transfer portal cycle with fellow offensive linemen such as Johnny Cornelius and Jeremiah Byers, the 6'6", 320-pound Pregnon has gone from an unknown to most people on a national level to quickly becoming one of the hottest commodities in the transfer portal. And that's something we talked about, the good side of the transfer portal, a kid that can go get an opportunity to play somewhere like Wyoming, almost like the minor leagues of college football, and then have an opportunity to jump up to the big, SEC type programs. And that's how you develop, you get to the league, you get seen. And that's why, the video with Cam Newton that I played in the commitment video yesterday is controversial. A lot of people get upset when he talks about how these schools don't legitimately care about you. They care about themselves. They're going to survive just fine without you. Go somewhere where you have an opportunity. Now, I don't think that necessarily applies to your 5-star recruits, your Nikos, your big time playmakers. I think who that applies to is someone like Emmanuel Pregnon, who can go to a Wyoming, get some playing time, get some development, and then bump up to the next level. Goes on to talk about some of his offers that he's received. I've already gone through some of those. This is a quote from an SEC offensive line coach that was given to On3. He says he's big, he's powerful, he moves well, he has multiple years of eligibility. That's what everybody's looking for. I know he's a weight room guy. He's just yoked up, not really any fat, if I'm not mistaken. You can tell he's got a high ceiling, a huge ceiling. Says while one SEC personnel official mentioned that he doesn't have Pregnon with quite the same level of grades as Cornelius, multiple Power 5 personnel officials told On3 that they view Pregnon as a top overall prospect among the 89 FBS scholarship players that officially entered on Saturday. That doesn't include Georgia defensive lineman Barry Alexander. I know some of you guys were commenting about him. He's not coming to Tennessee, likely headed to Texas. He can't transfer to an SEC school anyway. I think he's already missed the window to do that. Says Pregnon has 3 years of eligibility remaining, was a Pro Football Focus third-team All-Mountain West selection last season, and a College Football News second-team freshman All-American. This is a quote from an SEC personnel official. Says when you look for an NFL caliber type player, this is that. I feel like he's got all the traits. Still has to become refined and still needs to develop a little bit more technique and learn to play through his hips. But I feel this guy has a chance to start at guard, not just for us, but a lot of schools, and everyone's looking at lineman. Well, when you talk about development, that's where I think Glenn Ellerbe shines. I think Glenn Ellerbe is a great offensive line coach. I don't know if he's not necessarily the recruiter that we want or need. But again, we talk about this coaching staff, what makes them different, what makes them unique compared to the previous coaching staffs that we've had is their ability to actually truly develop players. And I think Glenn Ellerbe would do a great job with a kid like this that has all the raw potential that they're talking about. Goes on to talk a little bit about Wyoming here, talks about some of their other players. Don't really care anything about that. All I care about is Emmanuel Pregnon. And again, some good quotes there talking about his talent level, his ability, his size. Again, 6'6", 320 pounds. And you look at the depth chart for Tennessee and the guard position particularly. Obviously, we got to figure out the Darnell Wright situation at right tackle. But you look at guard, you've got Ollie Lane. You've got Jackson Lampley. I think Javonte Spraggins is going to lock down that right guard position. You've also got Addison Nichols, who's been playing a lot of center, but hopefully, ideally you want to keep Cooper Mays healthy. It's good that Addison Nichols is working some at center. He wants to get to guard, but I think it's wide open. Messiah Reddick, Mo Clipper, those guys are not ready for the starting, to start in the SEC. Did Andres Carrick just not play out? Or do they see a lot of potential? And, again, 3 years of eligibility, an offensive lineman with a ton of talent, a ton of physical traits, and 3 years of eligibility is huge. Get him on Rocky Top. Let's get him committed, and let's get Glenn Ellerbe coaching him up. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the comment section. Like I said, business could pick up today. I'm going to keep an eye on my phone, be keeping you guys up to date right here. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that bell's clicked for notifications. And don't forget, I'm going to be live tonight at 6:30. So if I've made too many videos and you don't get a notification, make sure you are here, dialed in, and ready to go. 6:30, we're going to be talking about the orange and white game. It'll be a good time as always. Make sure you guys do smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the merchandise, bonfire.com/store/Talkin Vols. Appreciate all the support. Thank you to the members of the channel. If you're not a member, you can become a member. Hit that join button down below. It's only $1. If you got $1, you like the content, you like the videos, the live streams, whatever it may be, hit that join button, and you make this financially possible for me to do as a career, and I appreciate that. I try to bring you guys as much content as possible. Right around the corner from kicking this strep throat, camera will be back on. We'll be rocking and rolling as usual. But that's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.